Hello there and welcome back to France, where we currently have a little bit less than 100 years to go here. So, yes, I know I said I would wait until 1 tree is done, but that doesn't really matter at this stage because, well, I will be using this as, once again, a test game. So I'll be trying now. I'll be probably going a little bit too rough on the aggressive expansion. And I'll most likely also go completely haywire here in the New World when it comes to expansion. I'll probably get declare on Great Britain, try and take all their provinces, hand them over to England, and as such I will not be integrating England very soon. I'll keep them around because of the fact that they are useful for well, handing over the Portuguese provinces. So, well, no, not Portuguese, British. So with that in mind, I will be colonizing, I think, down here to Portugal, to the Portuguese, and then I'll have England, Castile, and everyone colonize the rest for me. But as I said, I will be most likely also going after Shawnee, the Maya, everyone else. So what I need to do now is banish the Aragonese also to New World, so I can use them. Potentially I should go ahead now and forcefully vassalize Tuscany. That is a potential, well, as you can see, the cost of their province is actually too great. So I need actually to destroy the Holy Roman Empire before I can actually start getting things done here. And also, as you know, diplomatic power is definitely king in the late game. Unfortunately, I have a little bit too many vassals, a little bit too many of, well, everything really. So what we will be doing here is trying to lower the amount of vassals I have by handing them over the lands that they should have, and then annexing them. In this case, I'll probably try and annex Malva and Delhi. I think I've actually started both, if I'm not mistaken. Takes a while to scroll down here. So let's see. I started the annexation of Byzantium. I started the annexation of Malva. So Delhi is definitely next on the list of those two. And we also have Shun. So I simply need to hand over the last remaining provinces that Ming hold to Shun. And yes, as you might imagine, thanks to this, I will be starting some, well, I guess you could call it some more aggressive play than I already have. So we'll see if that actually pays off. But it has paid off so far, and here is why. We are in 1715 and not even close to any of these. There is one Aragonese well, colony here, but my aggressiveness in Europe has at least paid off in that aspect, that there are basically no other colonizers now that I don't have my hand on other than Aragon and Norway. So once they have been dealt with, colonization should basically be only mine, and once we've taken down Great Britain as well, we should be just fine. So with that in mind, we will keep going. I will be fighting the war against Japan here. Hopefully we can hand over Korea, all of Korea's course, so I can start the annexation process with them. Same with Manchu. I know that I wanted to actually hand over some of the Muscovite cores up here, I guess, but I'll probably just I'll probably not have to. I probably can't do that. What we'll be doing, however, is most likely trying to get these guys or going to war with them, because as of now I'm pretty sure the union will actually end. Yes, it will. So I have 2 years. So it's very tempting to march these guys plus these here up till Livonian order and force the release of some more Muscovite cores, but we'll probably not do that. We'll probably allow them to be as they were, and might even try to get ourselves into good graces with them, get an alliance, and then use them basically as a endgame boss. So we'll see how that turns out, but for now, Sweden is definitely something we will keep focusing on, and hopefully we can get Holstein completed as soon as I can annex them. But enough chit chat, I'll just get going and we'll see how this turns out. As you can see, the war is going actually pretty nicely here. Basically, I do not have any more troops left, so all that remains is the siege. Also, my war exhaustion is starting to get a little bit high, which is kind of troublesome, but it shouldn't actually be anything that I have to worry about at this stage. A little bit annoying though that Hungary, there we go, Hungary can get rid of nothing they don't actually have anything that I want, so there's no reason for me to actually keep on fighting them. So there we go, Hungary is done. Can't actually vassalize these guys, so peacefully ending the war should potentially be the best choice of action. When it comes to the Paladin, I simply have to get done with the sieges here before I can make demands. So that is good. Also, for those of you who probably can't remember or won't remember in this case, we have ruled the seas. Well, or conquer Burgon. Well, we'll do it sooner than later, so I'll simply do that. Conquest against Burgundy. They're still rivals of mine. They don't actually see themselves as, or want to put themselves in a position where I can actually peacefully vassalize them. And that is kind of the problem here. But as you can see here, we are basically done with this war. So, someone who's target. So yeah, I can't actually negotiate with these guys themselves. But what I can do, I think, is do this. And then force everything over. But as you can see, it's actually quite damn expensive. This is 4 provinces. Make no mistake. No, I do not want to vassalize them. I was wondering why it was so damn expensive, but apparently I had a vassalization clause in there as well. Yeah, but yeah, as you can see, we do... No, that one. So yeah, as you can see, we'll have to fight another war before Trier is complete. But we're at least making progress, and I'm a little bit unsure if I can actually just go ahead and make peace in this case. Let's see here. Did I have enough points? 111. So yeah, I'll simply have to siege Brandenburg here, and then we can make peace. But yeah, and then I'll make peace with Japan afterwards. But I think I'll actually start also moving my troops into position for another war against the Swedish. So that should be just fine. Also, nothing much really going on, so I'll just wait. Japan is more or less done, as you can see here. They do have some forces left, but I wouldn't actually say that they pose a threat at all. So I'll just allow them to do whatever they want. But yeah, taking down Sweden to actually be able to annex Holstein should be or is a priority of mine. So I'll be moving that up the schedule more or less. I'll probably also declare another war against Ulm here. And that is because of the fact that they have Koblenz, which is one of the cores that Trier holds. So we'll be going after that one as well. But yeah, beyond that, probably not that much that will be going on. I think I'll actually wait with moving these troops until the war is done. Simply because of the fact that I have some army issues and I will be losing a lot more manpower if I keep on moving a lot of troops during warfare, because they'll be running through enemy territory. But yeah, as I said, I'll be waiting for Brandenburg sieges to finish, and then I will make peace, I think. I'm a little bit unsure if putting Brandenburg as a rival will actually help. It probably will do. So let's remove and pick a new one, Brandenburg. And let's make peace here. No, it's still 111, so I just wasted 10 points. I don't really get how that works though. Might be that if I had put the Palatinate as a rival, that would have helped, but it's kind of ridiculous that I actually have to make peace with Brandenburg. But as you can see, we can get the peace deal that I want, so we'll just go ahead and make it. But I still have to wait quite a while until I can make peace with the armies or the country of Japan, since I need 210 diplomatic points to do so. So it'll take a little while, but once we have made peace with Japan, I will be starting the annexation of a couple of more vassals, I think. I am tempted to start the annexation of Portugal, because they basically played their role. There aren't really that much left to colonize when it comes to coastal areas. England will do it for me pretty damn nicely. So I'll be sending one guy now to improve relations with Portugal with the goal of integrating them. So that will give me a lot more ships, that will give me a lot more manpower, and basically I'll be ready now to start causing some serious havoc with the amount of troops I'll be getting as well. It's a little bit annoying though that manpower issues have become so dominant as they have, but I would very much like it that if you actually despawned an army, that they'd actually go back into manpower rather than just disappear, because as of now, having a standing army and not, well, this is ridiculous once again. I don't get why the vassal armies actually definitely want to stand on your armies when they're actually suffering attrition. Because, well, this is in the middle of my heartland, so it's nowhere near a battle zone at all. The closest battle zone is on the other side of the world, more or less, so, well, that poses a little bit of a question. But as I said, I'll simply wait to get the required amount of diplomatic power, and then we'll be dealing with Japan here. So we'll see how that goes. It seems I finally have enough points to actually make peace with these guys. And as you can see, I also have the call for peace, which is causing me some trouble here. But there is a lot of things I will be getting done here. I will be completing Korea, and I'll also be handing over one province to Manchu and probably be selling these two right afterwards. so I'll be growing them as well. So all in all, I will be getting some pretty damn good gains here. 15 aggressive expansion should be just fine enough, or even with it. So there we go. Peace has been made. Malabar left the coalition. I don't get how they actually leave a coalition once I make peace. It's probably because they think that I've decided to somehow make... heck, I don't even know. I would guess that they would presume that I have decided to try and, well, once again, I'm actually completely baffled, because the only real thing I can do is think that these guys have left the coalition because of the fact that I have started to well, focus on warfare other places, and I can understand that. But even so, the fact that I'm still in Asia and causing a lot of trouble for people here, I wouldn't actually say that it would be reasonable to think that I actually decided to, well, yo, you don't taste good anymore, so I don't want you, or something along that way. Yeah, mate, I don't make much sense right now, but yes, what I will be doing now is selling off the provinces that I got to whomever, or in this case, Manchu. The problem now is that every time I send out a diplomat, it will take forever for him to actually get home, as you could see here. So I'll be trying to sell both of these provinces to Manchu. I'm pretty sure they'll actually take both, so that shouldn't actually be an issue. And we'll be going after, we'll most likely declare war on Ming, and probably the Oirat Horde even, right afterwards, so I can start the annexation of Shan. I need to vassalize Ming before that though, so I might actually have to wait a little bit further, but it should be just fine. I'll be moving these guys to Denmark too, and then I will most likely start plotting war. So yeah, I guess I'll simply do that. But as I was saying, we'll also be starting the annexation of Delhi, I think. So once I actually sold that province to Denmark, I will be starting to annex Delhi, so I can limit, or, well, how should I put it, get myself a little bit better off when it comes to the amount of vassals I have. So Delhi, you are currently on my to eat list. And yes, a lot of vassals will hate me for this, and that is basically why things will be a little bit, well, troublesome in the time to come. But at least I will be able to start some new wars, start causing some trouble. So we'll see how that actually ends up turning out. What's this? Kievan nationalist? Not actually anything that I want to have anything to deal with. But also the fact that the diplomatic power is currently limiting how much I can conquer, because of the fact that, well, I can't actually take whatever I want, because I could have made peace with Japan 5-6 years ago, but I couldn't, due to the fact that my troops wouldn't actually let me, more or less. So what we will be doing now is selling the last province here, Kanka, to, wow. What the hell did this guy start to pop up? Have they started westernizing or something? Probably, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, as I was saying, I'll probably sell the last province here to Manchu, and then we'll start a war against Ming and a couple of others here. Ship lost. Why the hell are my ships getting lost? Wow, this is a brilliant move by me. I had the 100 ship fleet here, standing here in this area, and thanks to the fact that the war was over and they started getting attrition, I didn't notice. So yeah, I lost 102 ships because of not paying attention. On the positive side now, I now have a lot of money to spare. On the negative, I have to build a new fleet, and my war sourcing is actually rather high, I think. Yes, so I'll probably wait or sell the province to Manchu now, and we'll go ahead and build a new fleet, as it were. So as you can see, the further into the game you also get, things get a little bit more annoying, because battle also take a lot longer. So in the late game, you shouldn't actually focus on conquest that much. It actually doesn't help. It simply poses trouble for me. So if you compare it to how EU3 was, the EU3 way, you basically took as much as you could, and then once you came to a certain point, you had to either go over the infamy limit or not. It depended on how well you did, how lucky you were, and so forth. But once you actually went over the infamy limit, it was a very simple thing to do, because everyone would declare war on you. You wouldn't have to use your diplomats on that. But the fact is, diplomats will be, as you can see here, I I will be wasting a diplomat for half a year every time I send someone out, and that is, well, not a good thing. At least I will be able to replenish my what's the name of it? Replenish my my war exhaustion will go down at least, and I can most likely place every single troop in a position where I am ready to declare war on Ming. So on that note, it's not that bad, but even so, it is kind of annoying. And also the fact that I now have 18,000 troops stranded, thanks to the fact that I forgot well, I'll take that 5 prestige and 800 ducats because of the fact that I do not need anything. But yes, for now, build up a new fleet simply to rule the... wow, this is actually going to take forever. So I guess we'll be starting building some ships up here instead. Well, I'll be simply moving this fleet over to New World. No, I'll simply build a transport fleet, and everything will probably be done about the time the ships over there are done. So let's see, 5. Build 20 ships here and 20 frigates, I think, and then we'll be moving this fleet over to the New World, or not the New World, the old New World. I don't know what to call it. We'll be moving them to Asia. But as you can see, warfare in the late stages simply becomes a little bit more tedious, a little bit more annoying because of the fact that battles take forever. And there's someone who did some research on the forums that the battle modifiers doesn't actually stack up, and that's the reason why you have battles that last for a couple of years with losses of just, you can have 100,000 men clash together on the battlefield and they'll simply lose 400 men each side a day, which, to be honest, doesn't actually make that much sense. I know with guns, I know it's you could use the fact that it's probably trench warfare as a defense for that, but let's face it, trench warfare wasn't actually that big this in this age 17-19. You didn't build or dig trenches everywhere to make a battle last a year. That really didn't happen. So it kind of doesn't work for me, that argument. But as I said, we'll most likely prepare for another war against Ming and probably some other lands down here. Once I've actually gotten these 3 annexed, I will be getting some more diplomatic points, which will allow me to be a little bit more aggressive, to take a little bit more land, and we'll probably also get ourselves into some trouble with Muscovy very soon. So with that in mind, I'll have to end it here. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.